Hi everyone, I'm Mary from the Deltona Regional Library, and today we're going to do a craft. It is a torn paper landscape craft. So all you need for this project is a black piece of construction paper, a white piece of construction paper, and one piece each of two other colors. It doesn't matter what colors they are, they can be any color you choose. I happen to go with light blue and dark blue for this one, but if you want to do pink and green or brown and yellow, it doesn't matter, just two different colors. You'll need a glue stick, a black marker, and a pair of scissors. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is prep our paper. So we're going to take the black piece of construction paper, have it so that the long edge is facing you, so you're sitting here and this is the edge closest to you. Then you're going to fold it in half and get a good crease in there. Once you crease it, when you open it up, you have a line you can follow, so you're going to cut across that crease line to get two pieces of paper out of it. So by the time you've cut it, you should have two equal halves of your black piece of paper. We're going to set those to the side. Then with your remaining three pieces of construction paper, we're going to cut each of these into three pieces. That doesn't have to be exact, but you want them as close as possible. So again, you're going to put the long edge towards you, and you're going to cut up the paper so you get three approximately same sized pieces of paper. So by the time you cut it, you should get something close to this. So you get three pieces out of one piece of paper. You're going to do that for all three of your remaining pieces, so your white piece and your two colors. So once you've finished cutting all of your paper, you should have three pieces of white, three pieces of one color, three pieces of your second color, and two pieces of black. So now we're going to move on to actually making our landscape. So for this, you need one of your black pieces of paper and one each of your remaining colors. So one white, one of one color, and one of another color. And we're going to put all of the rest of the pieces to the side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue our white background onto our black frame. So you're going to take your glue stick and get a good coating on the edges, a little in the middle. And try to center it as best you can. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. On your black frame, smooth that down. Then we're going to set that to the side while the glue dries. The next thing we're going to do is tear our mountains. So in this case, close up our glue so it doesn't dry out. We're going to do a controlled tear. So it means a slow, deliberate tear. We're not going to just rip it willy-nilly into two, because we want a specific kind of shape coming out of this. So we're going to start at the edge and just kind of guide the paper, tear it slowly. Think mountains while you're tearing it, because that's the kind of shape you want. Mountains, triangles, and hills, peaks. Until you get two mountain ranges out of one piece of paper. So you're going to take one of these and set it aside and move on to your second color and do this. Repeat the process with your second color. And remember, you're tearing slowly so you can kind of control where it goes. All right. So in this case, since I kept kind of the bigger piece of the dark blue, see how this one's a little bit smaller, a little bit narrower. I'm gonna put the narrow one aside, keep the bigger piece of the dark blue, and then the smaller piece of the light blue to help with making some depth in the picture. All right, so now we have all of the pieces we need for our first landscape. We're going to take the big piece of blue and put some glue on the blue. going to glue that to our white. So you can either go from the bottom, since we did two different sizes, or start a little bit up from the bottom. So your mountain, you know, your mountain range in the back is tall, so you'll see it over the light blue. So you glue that down. So you have your distant mountains. Now you're going to take your white piece of paper, and when you see, once we glue it on, you see you have two different sets of mountain ranges. The near mountain range, the far mountain range, and your sky. So you're just going to take your light piece of blue and put some glue on your blue. And put it towards right at the bottom of the white. And stick that down. And there you have one mountain range. Then you're going to take your other piece of black paper and repeat the process, but now we have our tall light blue mountains, our shorter dark blue. But remember, you've got to start by putting your white background on. So you're going to take one of your other pieces of white paper and get some glue on that. Aim towards the center again. Doesn't have to be perfect. Art isn't about perfection. Then this time, instead of the dark blue, we're going to use the light blue because it's a little bit taller. Again, I'm going to start a little bit up from the bottom, just so I know it's going to be tall enough. And then I'll add my dark blue. Put that right at the bottom of the white. All right, so now you have your second landscape. So we're all done with our gluing, so we're gonna go ahead and cap that glue. Make sure you cap it really tight. You don't want your glue to dry out. Put that to the side. Put our scissors to the side because we're done with those. Now we get the fun part. We get to add flair to our mountain ranges, and this is where your black marker comes in. And all you're gonna do, if you would like to, is add a few trees. So we've got some trees at the bottom here, and our forest tree, the bush, a couple trees up here at the top of our mountain. Maybe a lone tree over here. And we'll put a couple birds in the sky. And there you have your completed landscape. You had fun.